Hello, this is George Senda, the official, the real, the authentic, the original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, trolls, or hackers. Alright, I don't know what I did with the box. Just open the box. Oh, there's the box. There's the box that came in. This is Pittsburgh Unboxing. And I went to Credit Union Kathy. Paul sent me a check, substantial check. So my money problems be over, thanks to the wonderful hacker who caused a major problem for me financially. All right, this came in this envelope. And this is the new, very long charging cable for the new iPad, which is here. And I just watched clips from Tora on it with the movie I saw in the theater when it came out. I've always liked the movie. So this is, I think, a 10-foot cable. And it has an adapter. This is from Amazon. And we have the channel numbers, 2016 views, 50 subscribers, and 63 views in the last 24 hours. And the fetch numbers went up, 80,979. So I went to the credit union. Kathy talked to T-Mobile, or I talked to T-Mobile. Paid the T-Mobile bill. It was way over what it was supposed to be because she didn't pay it on Friday or Saturday. And instead of being $49.95, it was something like $90 because late fee. And then I went into T-Mobile, and she was really mad, and I was really mad. We went to the credit union. They've got this, well, the old days they call them tellers, the ancient days. Then they're customer service people, then they're personal bankers, then they're representatives. But I use a word that you're not supposed to use. They claim it's offensive when you're referring to people. I call him a cretin, which means he's an idiot. I go up to the window. Every time this guy's new. Every time I go up to the window to do my banking, he causes a problem because he's stupid. I write down, and I cannot see small print even in my own writing because if it's more than about this far from my face, because I can't read it. So I go up to him. I say, why don't you do this and this and this and this? And I write them all down. I said, the first. Oh, and he goes, I can only do one thing at a time. Oh, yep. Only one thing at a time. So I go, all right. Then I wait, and he says he was doing something else when I walked up. Well, yet he got done with the previous customer. By the way, I've now put both iPads in the eye wrappers. Should protect them. I go up there and I asked him 3 times. I can't remember stuff. I'm stressed out. And I talked to the manager about hacking. I'd order a new debit card. My ID's expired. They said earlier in the month, before I got hacked, we're only doing it on a one-time basis. Your ID's expired. I've never understood this. Your ID's expired. You become an unperson because your ID's expired. I didn't stop being Anthony George Senda just because I had COVID when the ID expired. On my birthday, I had COVID the week of my birthday. So I said, I want you to subtract 323 from 156. I asked him verbally 3 times. What do you want me to do? 323, 156. I pay in advance for the rent every month. And so I wanted to find out how much I had to have for the cashier's check to pay my rent, which is in my bag, which will go down later. It's raining right now. Well, 3 times I asked him. I was waiting for you to tell me what you wanted. Finally does that. Then I asked him the cashier's check. I said, I want you, Kathy, staying next to me. She has an account at the credit union too. You take it out of her account, the figures I give you, you transfer them to my account so I can pay my rent, so I can pay my AT&T bill, so I can have $20 in cash and 2 rolls of quarters. So what does he do? He takes that out of my balance, out of my account. And then I said, what? I look at the receipt, and I have the receipt here. The first one, that's when I hit the roof. Transaction result withdrawal $167. Balance now $97.05. And then I get one, the proper one. Balance now after deposit transfer. I had money in the bank. I had $264, but I have two $40 payments going out, and the payment to AT&T, which is $70. That's why I need to put money in the bank. And I didn't have to make my rent because the hacker got $300 almost out of eBay, and I filed a dispute on that. eBay claims there is no $300 taken out, but it's in my checking account. It says eBay. It's actually $293.83, almost $300. So now it says my balance is $316.06. That's when I hit the roof. I said, I wrote and then I said, I want 167 cashier's check made out to my landlord. Then I want 70. I write down 7000. He goes, "You didn't put a period in there." I said, "It's $70. Well, that could mean 7,000. I looked at him and I couldn't say what I wanted to say. Where the F word could I get $7,000? I would need to put it in the bank if I had $7,000, you effing moron. Then I said, I want 2 rolls of quarters and a $20 bill so I can have some money in my pocket because the guy took all my money. And then we went back for 10 to 12 days maybe. And he starts laughing at us, and laughing at both of us, and that's when snickering and laughing and and that's when, I don't think the guy's a moron. I don't know if he's developmentally challenged. I don't know what his problem is. Autistic. I don't denigrate those people, but there's something wrong with this guy. Every time I've come into the credit union, I give detailed instructions. He can't get it wrong. And he can't multitask. Now, I have 5 screens open on my computer right now. I can I got Firefox, I got Chrome, I got Safari, I got weather. It's raining here in Martinez. I didn't go to Safeway because I went to the liquor store last night and made a huge mistake buying food at the liquor store because the liquor store I go to, once in the past, they had green soup. It wasn't green, it was green soup. It was green because it was full of mold when I opened a can. Years ago. And about 6 o'clock, I started having cramps and ran for the border. And I said, I better not go to Safeway. It's raining. I don't have my umbrella. They said it wouldn't rain until midnight. They lied. And then when I walked in the door and fed Mama Cat, who was being very sweet, squeaking at me, being very patient, I had to run to the bathroom. A second time, run to the bathroom. So I told the manager, will you please come over here, that I never have to deal with this moron again? And I just said da-da-da and da-da-da and da-da-da. And every time I tell him what to do, he gets it wrong. And he says he can only handle one thing at a time. And I didn't think of it till later. That would have meant he had to take his shoes off to count. And then a guy walks in with he looked like St. Patrick's Day. And all this green and shamrocks all over. I said, not only do I want to never deal with you again, not only do I want to never talk to you again, but if I could, I would wish you out of existence. Because you're an idiot. You don't laugh at people. And everything was written down quite clearly. I didn't write 70 as 7,000. I can't, and he's got the paper, instead of on the counter where it should be, he takes it down and put it next to, and it's 4 feet away in my own handwriting. I can't read, I'd need a telescope. Manager came over, fixed it, took the money, put it back in her account, took it back out, took it back, put it in my account, then took it out of her account. I hate stupid customer service people. I normally don't give them a ration of crap, but I can't stand when they're being so stupid. There are some people that should never deal in customer service. And then the other thing. Manager talks to me. I told him about the hacking. I said I need to do the headquarters told me to come in block my card, order a new card since my account was compromised. And he goes, I'm sorry you're frustrated. I said, wait a minute. Every customer service person I deal with, whether it's banks, credit unions, doctors, customer service on the phone, credit card companies, Amazon, eBay, they all use the word frustrated. There's only 2 times in life I've ever used the word frustrated. I can't get a jar open like a pickle jar or something like that, and I miss the bus. When I'm angry, when I'm furious, when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm distraught, when I'm devastated, whatever, I'm upset. I'm mad, in this case, with the hacker. But I'm not frustrated. I don't even know what the damn word means. I've never used it in 74 years. Who comes up with this? Every customer service guy. We're sorry you're frustrated. No. I told him I'm ready to kill, crush, and destroy somebody. I'm stressed out. I'm a nervous wreck. I didn't say to them what I wanted to say. One more person gives me any crap, I'm going to blow up. Well, I did. I told Kathy when we went outside, it's a pity I don't have the powers of Samantha the Witch from Bewitched or male genies on I Dream of Jeannie, because Jeannie used to fold her arms and go boink and the person would disappear. I would create the phantom zone and send this guy to it. I'm really mad. So when I go to credit union again, I will never, ever, ever deal with this idiot. God. Then I went to T-Mobile. How do I transfer the phone from Kathy's account to my account? You have to have valid ID, come in first. My phone is not getting internet. Well, you have to raise the internet. We'll tell you about that. I'm not getting the internet. I'm only getting, I got earthquake, but I couldn't look up fetch. And I can't look up the bus. Well, you need a bigger plan. Well, why? And I went like when I left. I wish you would have told me that. So now I got to wait till the end of the month. Or when I'm going to go into the DMV in the next week, get my ID card, ask how I get the real ID so I can fly one day to Pittsburgh and to Boston, have Top Cat drive me around to Spencer's Boston, go see if there's any real restaurants that are in the Spencer novels, which I love. Rest in peace, Robert Urich. And fly on the plane. By the way, I told Patty how to take the plane. I said, you wait for the end of the month. Fares are cheaper. I found a pair from San Francisco to Seattle, 2 hours, $127. I want to take Amtrak, which is more expensive. It takes 18 hours to go from Martinez to Seattle because they go up to Chico, they turn right, they go to every rinky-dink town in Oregon, and then you show up in Seattle. It's ridiculous. Would you rather spend, sit on a train for 18 hours? You'd rather be there in 2 hours. And it's cheaper than the train. And it's faster. And it's more comfortable. Probably might be safer. Last time I rode on a train, they ran over somebody on the way back from Alien Con. All right, that's it for this one. Have a great night. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and one day maybe you can join the channel. I don't know. I'm going to have to look stuff up. I got another video to do, too. What am I doing? Oh, no, I'll do that later. I got to go to sleep. Mama, it's raining. I can't feed Tiny One until it stops raining. It won't stop raining until about 6 in the morning. Because it's pouring rain, I can't go out there. If I had my umbrella, I would go to Safeway. But if I gone to Safeway, I wouldn't have made it in the bathroom. I'm not eating no pizza. I'm not eating, I've got a bean burrito, which I've gotten to Safeway has not attacked me. But this place, for maybe the food is on the shelf too long. I don't know. But never again. All right, have a great night. And I will catch you next time. This is George Sender, the guy from Pittsburgh. Bye-bye for now. The official, the guy from Pittsburgh, and the real and authentic. All of the above. See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.